Actually, let me turn these mics up because y'all said they can't hear us.
Y'all gonna hear us this episode.
Doing a sponsorship with no warning.
Aaliyah.
Hey, hello, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Actually, let me turn.
I know what people say. Are you with me?
Oh yeah, he got the church. We ain't going on.
PC, are you with me?
Y'all sound like y'all belong over there with Buddy.
Listen, I'll see his.
Do you want a revolution? Do you want a revolution? Come on. Trying to baby leaving daddies with their mothers.
I've always wanted to do a little like dance to that. Every time I'm in the car, I'm choreographing my
When I was a kid, we used to do we had like choreographed dance in the basement to the church. Just correctly.
What's that song that never ends? What's that song that never ends? We lift our hands in the sanctuary.
Hey, we lift our hands to give him the glory. We lift our hands to give you the praise. And we will praise you for the rest of our days. Yes, we will praise you for the rest of our days. Hey,
hallelujah in the sanctuary. Okay, it'll never end. We give you the glory.
I must have missed that song. I must miss that dance.
You miss being black? All right, you missed the black part?
Yeah.
Damn.
I must have been at the white church that day.
You missed that seminar?
Yo.
Okay. Now y'all finna have me singing praise music all night.
Because
Yes.
How
what was
dare
that
we?
next? The last
How
recording
dare
was
we?
"I Need You to Survive." We're finna slowly start turning into his background choir. Master, you need some singers.
It's us. All right, y'all ready for this intro?
no,
Oh,
I'm still salty.
Aye.
All right, what up? Welcome to the Ask a Guy podcast, the podcast where we answer your relationship questions. Every week, I'm joined by 3 beautiful queens and 1 guy that voluntarily sits in the hot seat week after week. This week, our independent bad bitch will not be joining us. Clark Sanders has taken her man cleanse on the road.
She's doing a tour.
Right?
It's like,
Yeah,
bust it
gas
open one
station's
time
like,
for
man
us.
cleanse.
Them college girls look at Clark like, girl, you don't get your busting this open.
Damn.
That
All right.
laugh,
But before we introduce the very special guest host who's filling in for Clark, let's introduce ourselves. Anyone want to go first?
I'll go first.
Hey.
It's your girl Jandeltha Ray on the mic, the artist, the creator, the creative, the poet, the goddess, the dreadlock Rasta. Yes, I'm feeling myself today, goddamn it. All
Hallelujah.
right, that's all I gotta say about myself.
And she just bodied that whole intro.
Yes, you did.
God damn.
Who's next?
I'm feeling a little insulted because my locks are nappy, but they is natural. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
shit.
I'm
We
JK.
already
You know I
we
love
already
Jen. That's
beefing.
my
We're
girl.
gonna have a good ass
It's Lil
episode.
Lily
Didn't nobody
in the house.
dreads.
I was just kidding, guys. I'm sorry.
Normally, I guess I'm beefing with you.
It's
Yeah.
Lil Lily. I'm not beefing with Jan. I love her very much. I'm having a good day, leveling up in life. We out here. That's it.
Gang, gang.
That's how you feel, Juwan?
Yeah, my fault. These ones though, these ones gotta show up. My fault. The ones got, you know what I'm
call you
saying?
out like that, bro.
I see how this episode's gonna go. You already know what's up, man. It's your boy Juwan, the most faithful, wholesome man in the world, holding it down for men worldwide. Y'all know what's up.
Oh.
Yeah, a little awkward silence there.
Oh, because it's my turn. Hey, y'all, I'm Chanel, twerk champion of the world. Getting this money all day
Yo.
Poetic
and
justice?
not stopping. Thank you.
Yo, we
Poetic
just gonna let
justice.
that slide. We gonna let that slide.
Album out now.
Twerk champion.
What year was this?
2019.
Okay, gotcha.
Win.
That's
She's
what's up.
in training.
Thank you.
I see. I see.
Believe. I had a friend this week and she was like, you know, I actually think you could twerk. I was like, my bitch.
Why did she
You are my new friend.
She
You
said
are my
we
new
are
friend."
best friends now.
Why would
Teach
she
me.
lie?
Because she sees the greatness within.
That's right. Amen.
Don't lie.
She looking at for you.
Oh, shut up, Ali.
Twerking for Jesus. Amen.
Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
But last but not least, coming all the way from Minneapolis by way of Wakanda, because I read your Instagram, we have stand-up comedian and co-owner of Baddies Comedy Club, Mr. Brandon Riddley.
That's right, Brandon Riddley, a.k.a. B-Rid, a.k.a. Macho Man Ridley Savage, a.k.a. Rid Flair, woo, a.k.a. I ain't shit, quit trying to change me, a.k.a. I ain't shit, it's all your fault.
Hey,
wow.
Shout out to that Uber. That was late.
Yeah. We not
Snap.
To the
Brandon
second
forgot
Uber.
about us, y'all.
That got you here today.
Right.
Welcome.
I had brought lots of happy juice to make up for that. They know that.
Yo, low key, Brandon forgot. We texted him like, "Hey, you still coming?" He said, "Oh,
My
I missed
Uber.
my Uber."
my clothes in the dryer.
He said he missed the
I'm right around the corner.
He said, "I'm around the corner." Was getting in the Uber.
Yo, why he say he missed the Uber like it was a school bus?
Right.
Back in the day?
No, I said the Uber canceled. See, it's different.
Oh.
When the Uber canceled.
You gotta think through your lives.
Chanel told you different versions of the story.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Women always lying. That's what it
Don't they
is.
be lying, man?
Hey, I
it's
tried to
too
sneak.
late.
Oh, y'all heard that? I thought I
Nope,
snuck that one
I
in.
heard
My
that.
bad.
I'm always listening.
Always.
Damn.
I got selective hearing though.
Thank you for reading my bio, though. It's just-
Oh yeah. You know, I checked you out. I'm trying to be professional on season 2.
Amen. Oh, hey now.
Yes, Aaliyah.
I got a
Transition.
question for you, sir.
Why? Go ahead and ask.
Have you bought your Black Men Don't Cheat t-shirt yet?
I have not.
Wow.
Do you have some information for me,
Wow.
Aaliyah?
You know what? We
Please
finna
tell me
box.
what you know.
Can we clap again? Because this was terrible. I'm irritated right now. My guy, irritated.
That was it sounded like she was,
If you're interested in purchasing a t-shirt to the audience, and Brandon, if you're trying to be real, the link is in the description.
Well, I am a real nigga, so why don't I go ahead and purchase one
Yeah.
online right now
I didn't turn to an
for the
infomercial.
culture? Give us that link one more time.
It's in the description.
all right.
In the description. I'm going to slide in that description.
I'm
So are we
done
gonna
with
do that
Because
again?
black men
Yes.
don't cheat.
No, we
Yes,
just
we
gonna let this
are.
rock. We just gonna let that rock.
That's just what it. Black men don't cheat. Get your shirt today.
Amen.
Great recover. Great
speaking of-
recover.
Speaking of black men that don't cheat, somebody got engaged.
Shout out to Miss Kiki.
is
I
like,
think he loves
She
you.
right.
Listen,
and he's
y'all.
riding.
She got a rock.
Twerk, Kiki, twerk, girl.
Listen.
She got a fat rock too.
She has a rock
Chanel on
on
the
her
shoulder.
finger. She has literally a
It's
rock.
a rock, y'all.
Yes.
Like, I'm surprised her hand not all the way down to her side. It's a
Yeah.
rock.
Yo,
Like, I
can
know
we-
her hand is heavy.
Yeah,
Can we
it's
call
not-
her Beyonce?
Keontae?
Say yes,
God.
absolutely.
Yes.
She said
We
yes.
approve
Yay.
this message.
It's lit.
Cuffing season hit Kiara hard.
Right.
Right.
You
said
touch
yes.
all the bases, you hit home plate, you're done.
Right.
Retired.
Damn, she's out the game.
Done.
I mean, she's been out the game, but she's out the
Championship
game.
ringing.
She
Literally.
really out.
She
It's not
completed
even.
it.
It's not even the finale yet, girl. You got
Congratulations, though.
It's
not
Jazz.
even
That's
your
such a beautiful
birthday.
thing, man.
Hey,
But you wanna lick the ice enough? Okay, we're done.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Jesus.
Appropriate back to
Well,
life.
well, since we're doing all this, I'm gonna say shout out. We're finally live on YouTube,
Hey.
so shout out to our YouTube channel. Go make sure you follow it, subscribe. YouTube at Ask a Guy Podcast. We'll be posting each episode every week, and we might even have some bonus content. Maybe we'll see. No
If
spoilers.
somebody can think
Let
of
us
a dope
Let
name.
us pray.
Let us
pray.
Mhm.
Hallelujah.
And I just wanted to let you guys know that this episode of Ask a Guy is sponsored by Mansa Create. The vision of Mansa Create is a global community of creative visionaries loving, living, and creating freely. Join Mansa on Thursday, November 9th for Melanated and Motivated. That is so lit. That is
That
such
is
a
fire.
beautiful title.
That is a fire.
It's going to be a
title.
social experience celebrating all things black through a lit-ass game night, followed by
Okay.
an open mic. This event is in
don't
partnership
wanna
with
see
Build
me.
Wealth Minnesota, Minnesota Local Artists Connected, and the University of Minnesota Black Student Union. There will be food, so y'all got to come through. And plenty of melanated people to make you say, yas, bitch, yas. So pop out, learn more, and you can learn more about clicking the links in the description.
Yeah.
And Jane, you bodied the hell out of that. God damn.
She the one. She's the
Podcasters be
one.
like,
Yo, so if you
Right?
want to get your business promoted on Ask a Guy, hit us up at askaguypod@gmail.com. Today's topic is trapping with Bay.
Oh, boy.
right.
Oh boy.
I've been trapping too long.
So, for this episode's question round, we are playing a game called Ride or Die or Oh Hell No, Goodbye.
Okay.
So,
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
so each of you will be given a scenario. and then you have to decide if you will ride or die, or say goodbye, and then you explain why.
Should be easy.
Bars.
This sounds
Okay. Spit that then.
All right, so for this game, one of our audience members, who is also my friend / the greatest rapper of all time, she submitted scenarios for us.
Okay.
So we're gonna be pleasantly surprised. So shout out to @Cobra Stand Up. So I won't be reading the scenarios. Instead, what the fuck? Never mind. That line don't count because she didn't. Never mind. Okay.
You gonna forget to edit it out like the other ones? I was
I'm gonna edit mark. Okay, so I have these signs here. So you'll hold up either hell nah, goodbye, or ride or die. So who wanna go first?
I'll go first. I'm in that mood today.
Jendolfa.
Okay.
Oh, this is some nice paper. Hold on.
It is. I did that at work.
How many pounds is that paper?
It's weighted. It's thick.
Right. You know,
This paper thick.
like me. Listen.
Oh, I see what you did there, Jen. Nice.
You got that.
Nice.
All right. So the first scenario. Remember that list you created with qualities your future husband must have? Well, guess what? You have him. Congrats, sis.
Thank you.
It's your anniversary night, and he pops that question.
Okay.
However, he wants you to know one last thing before you say yes. He is interested in polygamy. Ride or die, or oh hell nah, goodbye.
Yeah, right with that.
Ooh. I regret going first.
Tough one. That's a real life situation.
Make sure you show the
honest,
camera too.
This is a real unpopular opinion.
Uh-oh.
But I'm a ride or die.
Yes.
For the simple fact that I feel like I still got some curiosity left in me too. You know what I mean?
You trying to?
So honest. I'm just being honest. You know,
Girl.
She says she's
That's a
trying
real
to
life.
touch the water too. You feel?
And everybody has their demons, you know what I mean? Oh, you're right. Everybody has their demons, you know, and this demon could possibly be fun, you know what I mean? And also too, I also believe that I also am a firm believer that I don't know if monogamy is truly possible, and that's another conversation for another day. But I talk about that on my own podcast. I don't think it's truly possible, so I will ride or die.
We are in the presence of a unicorn. They do exist.
It is a unicorn.
Let me go ahead and pass these cards to the left.
Uh-oh.
Does that mean I'm going last?
Oh boy.
Okay. She put these in order. Scenario number 2. You've been dating this chick for a little over a year. She has a lot going for herself. She's well put together. She fucks good. No kids. Your mother likes her, so you brag about her quite a bit. Ooh, and your friend, it says ooh in here. Ooh, and your friend tells you how lucky you are. She finally tells you she's an escort.
Yo, say goodbye. Say listen. We're done.
Or say goodbye.
Say oh hell no. Say goodbye. It's not even close.
Kinda car
That,
she drive.
I don't even gotta
How much
think
does he
about that
make?
one.
How much does she make?
Right.
So you staying?
Escorts making money.
No,
She
I
an
don't. I
escort.
have questions.
Oh,
That's what
you
I'm
just
saying.
want to understand.
We talking
Nah.
upwards of $400 an hour.
Your ass is staying.
I'm
I
not
don't give
staying.
a damn.
If I'm staying, I'm cheating.
Okay,
she
that's fair.
cheating too?
Right.
To be fair, she's
So then I'm just using her for her bag, and then I'm out.
Hey, y'all
He said
hustling
security
together.
for
Y'all finna come up.
2018.
Yeah.
I just want to say I
Off that
set him up.
YouTube
I'm out. He's like, on your own.
I'm gonna pass
safe
these
out
to
here,
Brandon though.
Stay safe.
That ain't happening.
It wouldn't be the first time I look bad dating a girl and then find out on the low.
Oh.
Wouldn't be the 4th or 5th time either. But all right.
Okay. You and your girlfriend love spending time together. You
we
consider her your homie, your best friend, and y'all talk about everything. Well, upon a conversation, she
Oh,
tells
boy.
you her body count and it's way more than you expected. Ride or die, or hell nah, goodbye.
Well, more than I expeced. Like,
I'll
cause I
quantify
could
it.
have low expectations, so
Right.
anything above the
was
super
like,
low
2.
expectation. So
No, I'm just
2.
kidding.
Too much. Too
Like,
many.
it's
We're done.
triple
We're
one.
done.
Go out there and
Oh,
you ain't ready for me.
You
She's out of here.
I need to know a number because I could have expectations for somebody, and
Okay,
even
her
if
body
it's more,
count at 75.
Oh man, I'll
Put the
say.
sign up. Put the sign up.
Okay,
We need to know. We need to see.
I'll say rookie.
Ride or die.
What?
Ride or die.
You got some skill in you. All right.
Yo.
All right.
Trying to explore.
So what's too many then?
He said, "What that mouth do?"
What's too many?
Yeah.
I mean, around like 185.
Oh, yo.
Like 185.
She
Cause
got
that's
double
too
that
much
and
for
then
you
some.
got me, B. You got we got to move to like every city. Like everybody ran through. I can't walk around like you a prize. Like everybody, like your pussy's like hard times. We've all been there. Like it's like
listen. At 75,
All right, I need the
They'll get that joke
papers.
later.
I need the papers,
I'm
please.
joking. I would never do. I know that body counts too high for me.
I was gonna say
I'm
70,
joking.
75. That's already a small city, my guy.
Right.
Some letters.
75.
Listen.
All right, I don't know how. Ooh, this is my
Shout out to Aaliyah. She
favorite.
caught that joke on the
I don't know if I'm ready. Oh,
Okay.
That reaction was
baby,
everything.
baby.
Scenario 3. Okay.
3,
You're
4,
crazy about this dude.
I was like, I'm crazy. How'd she know?
She's like, damn, exposed.
Crazy. Well, that's
ahead, okay.
common.
You are crazy about this dude you've been dating for 7 months. He has similar interest in you and you can see yourself building with him. Oh, let me start back. Fucked it up.
All right.
Okay. You're crazy about this dude. You've been dating him for 7 months. He has similar interest and you can see yourself building with him. He then tells you he has a baby on the way, but was aware of the pregnancy when y'all started dating. Ride or die, or oh hell nah, goodbye.
Hell no.
Sing it, girl.
Range.
My nigga. If he knew about it before we started dating, I'm
You should have just been.
Is there another one
I
left?
got a kid,
lot
bro.
Oh no, pass that over here
A lot
then.
of these
Oh yeah, you got
Yeah,
one?
you can't
There's
read
one for
it.
you?
Oh me? Oh.
Yeah, you can't read it.
I got glasses
But-
over.
It's either
No,
5 or
like,
6.
a lot of
I
these
think.
questions like, really have to come down to how well you should have known this about your partner
Right.
going into, like
Really
you could,
Trappin'
or have some
Bae.
type
She
of
was on it.
census.
Yeah.
So like,
That's
if
some
you're
Trappin'
dipping, it's
stuff.
because your intuition or you don't really know your
snaps.
partner is what.
That's true. Miscommunication.
Oh, okay. Here we go. It's Jen Delta Ray on the mic for anybody that was wondering. All right. Scenario. You got this rule that you are not giving it up until the first year of dating. Well, he surpassed your expectations, so on your year anniversary, you decide that it's time. You do the field test, hoping he qualifies, and discover dude is small as fuck.
Bro, you wouldn't have felt
What
it out
exactly
before?
is the field test for the people listening that don't know what the field test is?
The field test.
It's you just you feel like you
just
we all
let him,
grown.
you let him know your
Explain it.
intention.
I'm a virgin, so you got to
You
explain.
lying, Mr. 185. You let them
Yo.
fingers
I-
slide down from his abs.
preferably
That was a
if
joke.
they have
Area.
sweatpants
No one's ever felt
on,
me. All right, let's
you just grope what may or may not be there and hope
or
that
lack
there's
thereof.
girth.
She said her.
Okay.
She said
And I
hope.
hope there's girth to go with it. And Chanel, ride or die, or hell no.
Mm.
What was the last line? The last line was what?
Who you do the field test,
Uh-huh.
hoping he qualifies, and discover dude is small as fuck. Ride or die,
Fuck. Okay.
Feel that dick.
or hell no, goodbye.
You feel it?
Do 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 do.
I'll say oh hell no.
Damn, fellas, you hear that? Your man
Yeah,
small.
you can tell she's a sweetheart. She did all her like.
It's the motion of the
Yeah, hey fellas,
The
that,
way she said, "Oh hell no," it's like that. Knows she gonna break it to you gently because like other girls like, "Oh
You
hell."
right.
She's
she gonna be like, okay, we're gonna make this work.
It's just a little. Just one thing. No,
but he can't
It's one of those, I've actually decided I'm gonna wait until we're married, and then you break it off like a week later.
Yeah. I
wanted Magic Mike, but I got
Mike and
Sex is important. Sex is important. I get it.
Damn,
It's
little man's fellas, y'all cooked.
I mean,
The worst
because I
feeling-
mean, if you hit the right angles, you. In
I mean,
there.
okay,
hit the right wall.
okay, yeah. But the worst feeling as a woman is to be like,
Is it in yet?
And then the worst thing as
y'all
a man is like,
Anything?
girl, you know I done ran out of dick.
I was gonna say, yeah.
You know it's in there. Don't. I'm deep sea diving.
I would imagine that the guys is
but I
even
just
worse.
You
You go, all
damn well I
right.
ran
Yeah,
out
you
of
feel
dick.
that? You never felt nothing like that in your life.
I know y'all
Insult
seen
me.
the memes though.
insult me.
It'd be like when she asked for more, but you all out of dick.
When he's angry
Harder.
too.
Look at us. Like what? Deeper.
Damn.
There's nothing
Y'all ain't
left.
shit. Y'all ain't shit.
This is as deep as it
We
goes.
just lost about 60% of our male audience. I mean, it's like, oh,
Brian, do we even know who he is?
no. Damn.
Oh man.
Oh,
tight.
I'm trying to be pleasantly surprised. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, you will be.
Oh, yeah.
You will be.
That surprised me.
the other way. The other way.
I need a grower and a shower. That's it.
Amen.
Okay,
Okay.
that's not fair. Because
He said, "Oh, wait a minute."
and the show.
Yeah.
Gray sweatpants, baby.
I mean, it's the motion and notion. Whatever you do.
Most men
I'm a grower, so I'm proud of the growth. I will put
So I'm
that out
just
there.
gonna put
Penis
it on.
talk.
All right.
Did nobody ask?
You're up,
I want nobody to be this, but like, look.
Get me excited, not show
like,
you a
look,
good
girl,
time.
when I do show it, when it's ready,
When it's ready?
I'm ready. Look at it.
Give me a second. I act like I don't hear my hot note, girl. You just don't know.
Oh,
That-
I feel like his
That's-
penis is a hot pocket. You know, you gotta warm it up.
Gotta warm it up. Yeah.
Let it cool down and everything before you know.
Pause. I
Come
thought
get
she was
this.
talking about the shape. I was like,
I was
damn,
like,
whoa.
no, like that's imagination. Like
I was like, whoa.
I got SpongeBob squirt dick. Like god damn.
She got a pepper.
The way he just
I said, oh, hell
that
no.
was the first thing that came to mind. I'm sorry, Brandon. This
Yeah, I was like,
starting
what?
off terribly. How you doing? I didn't even know the Ray.
No, cause see, like, I can always laugh at not only because I'm a comedian, but because there's so many, and there are women that I know for a fact that listen to your podcast that hit me up and said they heard like the last time I was on there.
Yeah.
They can confirm me.
Yeah.
So I
It can be merged.
Ask
They-
about me.
Well,
They're
They're gonna be in the comments like,
I'm interested to hear your feedback.
Yo, I'm
God.
dead.
He tells no lies.
couple
I-
sex tapes from below. That have not been
I
released.
am dead. Them shits is on
I'm just not talking about
xvideos.com.
stuff. I'm canceled.
All right.
On a different
Yeah.
alias. I signed up under a whole other alias on X videos. And it's just like,
Jesus.
but I know.
What
I
a
know that's
start.
me in there.
What a start.
He said y'all not gonna take a
Just
stab.
so y'all
in my
know,
pride.
I am a grower.
Yo.
I'm ready.
At least you know.
Really gross.
At least you know yourself.
Yo.
Can't
I know
nobody take
myself.
that away from you.
No, but no,
No,
the
I'll get on stage and joke and say that I have
Leah
and
just
say that
spit
I
out her
have a little
drink.
dick because I know what the actual truth is.
Right.
So people who have
He
a little
said
dick are
flaccid
never
dreams,
gonna like
listen.
just.
yo,
Bro, stop
yo,
talking.
for people that are listening, Aaliyah spit her juice
She
out
did.
and had to take a break,
She did.
y'all.
I'm very proud of
Oh
her.
my god.
I'm killing this podcast. I'm killing this.
It said,
All right.
I'm killing it.
Edit mark
said,
here.
baby, don't worry.
Edit mark here.
Oh no.
She said, he
Damn,
said,
I'm
baby,
on
don't
my
worry. It's just
computer.
cold outside. It's just cold. That's all.
Yeah. But girl, we can find this fireplace. Shit, you gonna run from it. No, girl, not right now. Not right now. I'm hung like a double A battery right now. But when I get it,
by this fireplace,
it's very black with a brown tip. It's a Duracell. But listen, girl, when I get girl, listen.
the whole episode is canceled.
Yo,
I
they
don't
did
want to
not
record
catch
anymore.
that.
I
He
know.
said
I
it's
don't
a-
want to do it.
He said it's a Duracell. All right, come on.
Oh my gosh.
Edit mark here.
Oh my god,
right,
I'm
listen.
dead.
I can do this all day because I'm so secure. This is great. I feel bad for people that are not as secure.
I just got real emotional.
Yo.
I can't.
It's all Jan's fault. Jan brought up the hot
The
pocket.
Lord
and shit.
knew what He was doing when He made me like, look, you're not gonna be very tall, my nigga, but
I'm
we gonna make up for it.
Oh Lord. Okay.
All
Anyways,
right.
so our question from the Skreets
Oh my god.
is define ride or die.
Define right. I mean,
Juwan
You know,
came
we
with the
do
facts.
we do encourage participation from our audience. We fuck with y'all, so we like when y'all
All right.
DM us and share y'all thoughts.
Yes.
So at I_am_NJS said
also
I
known as
wouldn't.
Nadalia.
Yes. Shout out to her. She always be throwing me some
Hell
shade
yeah.
on Twitter.
But we'll see her next week
She
when we
better
do
have
our live
that
episode.
fade ready too. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't know because I'm not one.
Oh.
Tragic.
All right, we got another one. Fly Girl Lifestyle said
what up?
That's my friend.
That's my friend. I know her.
she said they still drive after you die. Yo, that's wild. That might be some
True,
facts in there
That's
though.
a good one.
Shout out to Whimper. Shout out.
And then
to you.
at Minneapolis Monk, that's MPLS Monk, MONK, said
For those that can't spell
that's
monk.
Tim. For y'all, for the listeners that don't know, that's the man that Clark got on all fours for because she heard his voice, and then he proposed to her.
This
That
is
was
true.
a glorious
Also known as
moment.
Clark's fiance.
Facts.
Yeah.
Shout out to bro. A ride or die is someone who recognizes that you are flawed and love you regardless. That's a fact.
That's cute or
That is
whatever.
a fact.
He's hella wifeable.
Hella wifeable.
That is
So yeah. What does ride or die mean to y'all?
a,
I gotta take my shoes off.
You know what? I've been feeling like doing the same thing, but these are actually comfortable.
Oh.
Who's gonna start?
I just don't like
I
having
don't
shoes
know. I
on.
feel like I've been
got
starting the whole
white
time,
socks
but
on.
I
I'm
want to
not
start this
matching.
time.
I'll
What
say.
is- oh, go ahead.
I'll start. In my opinion, a ride or die is someone who is gonna hold you down
Mhm.
at all times in all situations, but they're gonna be honest with you. Like they're not just gonna hold you down and then like you out here. They're not.
Yeah.
They're gonna hold you accountable, but they're gonna hold you down at all
They're not
times.
gonna look stupid.
Right.
I feel like some people, especially women, a lot of women should not be judged if they don't ride or die of like certain situation. Like if a man is down and he's going through a drought or going through like broke or he's like some type of situation holding him down, that's definitely ride or die, and that's what we expect a ride or die to be. But I want to know what y'all stance is if a man is like doing hard time in jail, like doing like 25, doing 25 to life.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Shout out to my girl. She got a husband doing hard time. They got married while he was doing his hard time.
Salute.
She a real ride or die. So
no cheating.
There are women who do it.
Oh no, I know there's women who do it. But I'm saying, like, do y'all judge women if they
No, not at all, because I know what it's like to love somebody that much. You know what I mean? Like, love is so captivating, and to be like, I'm gonna hold you down because you held me down. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I meant, do you judge them if they don't hold that? Like, you do it.
No,
like,
because
damn.
I mean, I would
Not
be a ride or
everybody's
die, but at the same,
capable
not everybody's capable of it. You know what I mean? Like, some people choose themselves, and I get that. You know what I mean? It's personal choice, but at the same time, I'm definitely a ride or die.
Because honey, you gonna have to drop me off at the corner.
So
it depends. I ain't no ride or die for everybody.
Right?
Yeah.
No,
if I'm not messing with you, you can drop me right off over there. I'm a walk.
Right. Like, I gotta be.
Right.
It's gotta be a spiritual connection for me to be ride or die for you. It's not everybody deserves that. You know.
There's levels to it though. Like if you okay.
I think everybody has different
Yeah.
definitions of ride or die.
that's why I want to hear
Or
y'all's
people have
thoughts on
different
it.
limits of
Yeah.
a ride or
Because
die.
some people will ride or die while a nigga ain't doing nothing with his life, wasting all his money, still selling dime bags on the corner. Never mind. But anyways, y'all ain't riding nowhere.
I think
that depends on if they deserve. Yeah, I think it comes down to if they deserve it, because some people like, yeah, right, you're not a ride or die. Well, do you really deserve a ride or die right now? Or,
This is true too.
Well, I think if you're revealing stuff, like the questions, like if you're revealing stuff late as hell, like, oh, by the way, I sell drugs, like,
Right.
Yeah,
what? You was telling me you was going to work every day. That's
Right.
different. But if it's like from jump, you're like, yo, like
This is
what I do.
yeah, then that's different.
And some people come up too.
Hey, yo, or yeah, if you got to, hey, girl, I know you together, but I gotta let you know, yo, your homegirl, she heard I was a grower and she wanted to, and I showed her
Oh
the
my
growth,
God.
so
I showed
you
the
shouldn't
growth.
ride. Like if he reveals to be ain't
Jesus.
shit later.
Yeah.
Or like, feels-
The way I look at it is, my mom always told me that you always got to know who you fucking with. Shout out to Claire Paylou, she's a real.
Okay,
Shout
Mama
out to
Preach.
That's
Claire.
your mama.
That's my OG. But she always told me from a young age, you got to know who you fucking with. You know what I mean? And I think that we always have to find somebody whose demons play well along with ours. And I think that some people just need people that aren't going to give up on them to get them to where they're going. You know what I mean? So if somebody's real from the jump and says, this is what I'm going through and this is what it is and I need you to hold me down, absolutely. But like Chanel said, if you're gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, I got 3 kids and 2 baby mamas, like, okay, I'm not finna know. You know what I mean?
like
Be
he
real with
springs
me
that
and I'll
on you, or
huh? Yes.
Okay.
Like, I'm not
You
going.
didn't get to know him like on the first day. Like, tell me
You
about that.
know.
How many do you have kids? And
Like, if we got a whole relationship and then you be like, you know what, by the way, like, I got baby mama drama and I'm going to the Maury show next week, like, we got an issue. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
a wild, by the way. that is not. But that is
but
not,
I'm
by the
just
way.
saying,
that
like,
is a road trip.
keep it funky with me and I'll keep it funky with you.
But I think it's also to that point, like, yeah, if you're telling me this is what you're doing from the jump, but what are you doing to do better?
Right.
You know, and if I see that that's all you're gonna do, you're not making an effort to do better. Like, I
Right,
guess I'm
true.
not gonna ride with that,
Very
because if we
true, very
riding, like,
true.
we're riding for something better. We're gonna ride together,
That's
cool.
fair.
But we gotta hustle for better.
That's
not
fair. If you're trying to do
stick in the same
better and
situation.
everything, that's very.
And
just
it
understand
doesn't.
that I'm gonna speak life into your existence, but I need you to
Yeah.
meet me halfway.
Like, you gotta give me effort.
Yes.
It doesn't have to
Meet
be
halfway.
like like a lot of people associate like ride or die with like, oh damn, dude must be out here selling dope and gang banging and
right.
you know,
Cheating and
whole
all
had
that
got a
shit.
pistol on him. Like, it doesn't have to be that extreme. Like, it can be just simple
like
stuff too.
supporting a man's dream or
Yeah.
something. Like, you know, like what he wants to be.
If
He's
he
working
wanna be a
hard towards
rapper.
it may not be happening right away, but you
But
know.
I also think that being a ride or die is like, if your man want to be a rapper and you know he can't rap, I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like
Oh, that's
being a ride or die.
A
is
ride or
like,
die, a ride or
That's
die
what I'm
will
talking
tell
about.
you
that
yo,
ain't
my
it,
nigga,
boo.
you trash. Like,
right.
yo,
That's
Let's-
true.
But you got a good,
Yo, my
good
nigga, you
skill in
off
this.
beat. You sound like Silk the Shocker right now. You ain't even like.
Shout out to Silk. A lot of these young Thundercats don't know about
They
Silk.
don't know about Silk
no,
Shocker. He's the most
no.
stuttering ass rapper
No.
on earth.
No, shout out to No Limit.
Juwan be talking like an old man.
He do.
You young catch.
I'm 23. My spirit like 35 though. I'm trying to tell
35
you.
is
Yes.
old as hell,
Yes. My spirit's old.
Yeah.
Most 23-year-olds
35 is not old.
No, it's not.
I'm like,
I
that's
grew
damn
up
near
on
9 years away.
Yeah, I grew up. My dad, all he bumped was No Limit tapes.
Oh,
like,
man.
so like my eardrums are like kind of shattered now because
Shatter from,
back in the
it ain't
day.
my fault. Did I do that?
Listen, man. Listen, I have like nightmares sometimes.
Yo, Miss School is a scary.
And
nigga.
like, y'all probably remember this, but like when you ride with somebody back in the day, like, and they blast their music, as soon as they hit the cops, boom, hitting the stop button, the music cut off right away. And that's the worst part, because then when it cut back on, you're like, oh. Shit, my ears, Dad.
Damn.
We regress, though.
You're not a ride or die then.
Yeah.
The police coming ride or die for you niggas.
Hey, Pops, you on your own.
Ride or die, though, is knowing when the police come what you supposed to do. Like,
Okay.
So,
that's
You don't
what
even got to tell me to hide the weed. I already did it.
it's already hidden.
ready.
Listen,
It's in a safe place, baby. It's in a safe place.
tell me when it's safe.
Where it needs to be. So would you date a person with no money in their bank account?
What are they? Are they trying to?
Why don't they have any money in their bank account?
Yeah, you got to ask the why, when, how.
I'm not dating no broke woman. I'm gonna tell you why. Because in 2018, no woman should be broke. There is so many
Reasons I hate
different
Joel.
Talk that sexist shit.
because there is so many different ways for women to make money. There is men who will literally pay to see pictures of your feet.
There are women who will do the same thing for men. So
that
why-
boom.
I realize women also have pride. I'm not
No,
just
I
gonna sit there
agree.
and like sell myself, even if it's my little crusty ass toes. I'm not finna just sell myself.
Okay,
because some
preach,
creep wants to
sister.
see them.
That's,
Okay,
that's
okay,
true.
now
I
let's-
figured that's true, but hold on, let him talk his womanizer shit. Go.
Yeah, so like let's continue this. So in my opinion, there's way more different platforms, right? If you're fine, if you're bad,
I wish I could strip.
then you can
Just
strip.
come on
Like there's so many different
easy.
platforms, right? As a guy, it's like
Damn.
that we could do that. Don't get me wrong, but like the demographic, the audience for us to do that is so much smaller.
You know how
Yeah.
badly I want to sit on a bathroom sink and get my followers up.
Yeah.
cheek on
let's
the
not
shit.
be-
I'm joking.
let's-
I'm joking. No, I'm
let's
saying, but there's a lot
not.
of girls that got it so easier.
What was
There
your
are the
question?
same
Forgot.
opportunities for men.
You
than
think
there
so?
are for women.
I tried. My ass is on the sink. If you
There
scroll
are
back
men
on
who
my
are
Instagram,
making money off the internet. There are men who have sugar mamas. There are men who are making
I didn't say-
millions of dollars off of the porn industry where they don't even have to show their face.
But all that stuff
guess
you
what?
named, all the women can make that
and
money
men
same
are
avenue,
addicted
too.
to
Women
it.
just have a few extra avenues.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's more of a, and it's like, there's more of people. There's way more men that are willing to pay for that. Where it's like, yeah, we can. It's just we got to dig a little harder. Like, y'all could literally go to a restaurant, go to like Chipotle. You flirt with the dude behind you. There's a
Get
60%
Chipotle
chance that motherfucker can be like, all right, let me buy your.
But that's
let
not
me buy
paying
your-
my
I have
bills.
yet
That's
to try
paying
that.
for my Chipotle.
But I'm saying,
Okay,
What am I gonna do with Chipotle besides eat it?
but I'm saying that there is women who are
Every
broke.
night hour.
Attribution
Amen.
counts. Look, they say sex sells. My sex don't sell. All right. So I wish some
Please
people
don't go
have
on
it.
another tangent with this.
That's just my opinion. I can't. I couldn't date somebody who's
Okay,
broke.
I personally could date somebody that's broke for the simple fact that I know what it's like to be broke and I've been broke. You know what I mean? And the reasons that I was broke wasn't because I wasn't working, wasn't because I didn't have a good work ethic. It's just like shit happens. You know what I mean? Life happens. Shit, you know, like capitalism is a bitch. You know what I mean? So I feel like I could be with
I
somebody.
like you. You think of scenarios and like all
Yeah.
you ask questions.
Let me
Instead of
correct
just jumping
myself.
out the window.
Let me correct myself because of what Jan said. If it's in cases like that where it's like, damn, I just got laid off from my job. Oh, of course, that's so.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
talking more about like there are
Somebody's
people who are just
comfortable being-
legit broke, who are
Right.
comfortable being broke.
Yeah, that's
It's just
true.
like,
That's
you know what? I
It's
ain't got no
your
money. I don't
mindset.
even
Right.
care.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of, I'm not dating a woman like that.
Yeah.
Because if you're a hustler and you know, like you want the bag, you're gonna go secure that
Yeah.
bag.
Right.
So
Yeah. My
Same
biggest
way
thing
for
is
niggas,
like,
too.
do you have a plan, right?
Yeah.
Because damn. Okay. Back in the day, I was dating this dude.
I see you, Leah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, and so I graduated high school, and it took him 2 more years after me to graduate. And I was like, I'm gonna ride with you. Like, I'm gonna support you as you try to get this degree, because every year that you try, it's not working out for you. But I like that you trying.
You
So
keep going back.
Yes,
that's why I like
that's
you.
why I like you. I was like, it's your mindset. It's the fact that you were hustling, and like I understand what was coming up against you to not make it happen. So now you're accomplishing these things, and then he went on to go to college, and this other shit happened. But it's like it depends. Like for me, it was like about your goals. Like, do you have a plan for this, or are you just like, or actually, do you have a plan, and are you acting out this plan too? Because people could say they have plans,
Yeah.
but not really.
But then they just chill at the
Actually
crib playing
louder.
Fortnite. All if they just
Yeah.
playing Fortnite, you know.
oh yeah, baby, I got a plan. Like,
Playing, like, hold on.
can I ask y'all a question? Do y'all think like it's, and a lot of times in a woman's nature to bring up, what am I thinking of, like
To take care of a nigga.
uplift a man.
Talk that
So
caveman
do
shit.
y'all think part of like, you know, being a ride or die is in like guys who aren't pursuing anything, like a woman feels like they could uplift them, so that plays a role into
Yeah.
that?
We
That's
oftentimes
the
as
toxic
women-
part of it.
It is. We lose ourselves in other people's potential all the time. You know what I mean?
that's
It's
so
just
good.
like I'm gonna lift you. I'm gonna
felt
make
that?
you see what you
Yes.
what you can't see about yourself. And it's like if they can't see it, they're never gonna see it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? It's so
And
tragic.
you're gonna be forcing that vision,
Right,
and
exactly.
tiring yourself out and burning yourself out.
because you can see it. but-
Yeah, but my question is, if we're supposed to, because when you say ride or die, you always think of the woman, but is the man gonna ride or die?
That's true.
for
Absolutely.
us.
That's true.
Like,
That's
if
a
I'm
good question,
hustling-
man.
Okay, give
'Cause half
me
the time,
give me an example. Like give me a situation and ask me like,
The
would you
black
hold
man.
on?
Okay,
to
like
get
me
irritated.
right now, I feel like I'm hustling. Like, I still live at home. I'm still working this 9-to-5 job that doesn't pay a lot, but I'm hustling. Like, I got the podcast and I got BHT and I got my music and I got all these things that I'm trying to get to come together. And I think a lot of men are like, that's not gonna work out. Why you doing that? You
I
know?
don't know.
I respect it, and by the way, I saw the video, like the trailer. You putting all your
thank
money
you.
into everything, and you're putting you're using any little money that you can get because you believe in yourself and you're motivated and you're working hard towards it.
Yeah.
Not everybody is on it. Like and it also depends on, because I think it depends on where that person is in their life and the other person, whether or not they should be a ride or die. Like
Yeah.
if the girl is broke, it depends on. Like, am I down on my luck right now? Then nah, we shouldn't be dating. First of all, no, you broke. Of course, I'm not gonna date you because I'm broke. You know what I said? But if I'm doing good and she's broke, and it depends on her situation. If she is a Chanel, then yeah, absolutely, sure.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if
I also feel like one of the reasons why I'm not comfortable dating right now is because I don't want to put myself in that position where I'm still trying to get it together, but then like expect somebody to support me through that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's the beauty in it. Though.
Yeah.
Like, we just had a conversation in the car, and like Matt was like, "Don't buy yourself a camera. I'm gonna buy you a camera. I know that you got to save your money for other things. I want to invest in you. You know what I mean? That's it. Really takes that special unicorn. I'm gonna use your word, but it really takes that special person to believe in you the same way you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
To be like, I'm gonna see you through this hustle. We gonna get secure this bag together. Okay.
It's not about being perfect
That's
or
a beautiful
waiting like,
thing.
oh, once I'm ready, then the right man's gonna come along. You know, if you're
Right.
waiting for everything to be perfect, you're gonna be waiting forever, essentially. And like Jan said, there's a beauty in that, having someone who wants to come up and help you. Not that you need it all the time. Like, you're on your stuff. It's not like you're broke yet.
Yeah,
you live
no.
at home, you're working a job, but you're hustling. And there's a lot of men, like real men, genuine men, who see the beauty in that too. Because I've seen it both ways. There are men who are in my life like, oh, you're too busy. Why are you doing that? Why are you meeting with these friends? Why are you doing this podcast that night? You don't ever have a night to do this. Like, no, I'm busy. I'm hustling. I'm putting my time into what I believe is real. And there are men who appreciate that they're like, wow, I see you out here hustling, you're doing this, that's so dope, that's attractive. You know, those are the type of men I'm trying to attract.
Right.
So I had to really like sit down and look at that too.
That's
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a busy woman being out here
and
hustling.
some people have these expectations based on maybe an experience they may have had before, like a relationship they've had before. Like maybe their last relationship was a ride or die situation that may have went bad, that didn't end up working out. So like this next situation, like they may expect this person to be a ride or die, or they expect them to see in you what a previous person. Because I know what it's like to have a ride or die. I've had multiple ride or die.
Oh, you got lucky then. You've been blessed.
No, man. No, because see, I've accepted I feel like everybody comes into your life for a reason, and not just in my life, but I feel like I was sent with a purpose to be in these people's lives too. I don't think the world revolves around me, or this is all about me. Like, no, I'm supposed to be in these people's life for a reason. Like, and so I don't even get mad when it don't work out, even with these ride or dies, because it's called me superstitious, or I don't even know if that's the right word, but like there's like I don't know if y'all have ever seen that movie Good Luck Chuck, or heard of the movie, or like the premise. Like he'll date a girl or whatever. After he sleeps with that girl, she ends up meeting the man of her dreams right afterwards. So
that's you.
That
Chuck.
That's you.
I started. Yeah, no.
Damn,
like
that's
first,
a sad
it's happened to me 10 times. I've had like 10 ride or dies.
Hold on, how old are you? First of all, like 10 times.
First of all, I've been hoeing for a while. No, no, I'm joking. No, I'm actually 30. I just turned 30.
Happy birthday.
It was last month. But yeah, no. And around like the 5th time I started catching on, like, am I good luck Chuck? Because like these are like ride or dies, but then they'll meet a better nigga. Like so, and to the point where and they're all like this. They all
You always gotta level up.
Yeah. Let me say
They
this.
level
though.
up. They beat the athletes somewhere. I don't know what it is about me, but they seem to come into their life, and they have to try to break it to me. So after a while, after like the 5th time, I was like, "See, Brent, all right, Brent, I know, I get it." So,
Brandon is good luck. Chuck, what you want? We going? I'm
Right.
Let me get to my next level.
Let me get our
Let me say that. I think
What you doing after this?
So I don't even believe I don't believe superstition, because that like 10 times, that's not a coincidence. There's no way that's a coincidence. I really believe that's my purpose on this earth. To good luck, Chuck.
See, I feel like he's like on the opposite, like on the end of a spectrum, because in most guys' situation, like we only get one, maybe two.
Right.
And like there's this one quote where the guy's like, every guy gets 3 good women in his lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
And like, in my opinion, I feel like a guy takes it for granted. Like we can't recognize a ride or die right away.
Say that.
It takes until we fuck up and lose her, and then we're like, damn, she was holding me down.
But see, he's still young. He's 23. See,
Don't fuck up
I have a
the first
little
time.
more experience. I'm 30, so we gonna check back in 30.
Yeah.
And see, and also that what I said may have came off wrong. I'm not saying like that's, because I know that's not every dude, obviously, and they get to fortunate enough to meet that many ride or dies, or lessons, as I like to call them, get to meet that many lessons in their life. But I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot. I lost my train.
I think guys are really only ride or dies for the women that they can see themselves with and can see themselves.
Yes, there it was. That's what I was gonna say. Like someone you can see yourself with, and someone that sees something in me. Every girl would see something in me, and they would want to be a ride or die. But being around me causes this attention. And like, cause sometimes I've made the mistakes of just posting the girl that I'm with, like, and next thing you know, that NFL player, basketball player ends up, and then they get a ring afterward. All of the girls have gotten
girl, like,
even if like the proposal may have gotten broken off, I haven't checked on all of them. Like, hey, did that marriage still go through? But like, all of them at least got a proposal. So I don't know what, but yeah, so all of them at least get a ring. But when they see something in you, you know, sometimes as a guy, you want a girl to see something with you and stick around, for the love of God. Don't leave me for another man. But like, sometimes you want a girl with you. So sometimes they have that expectation on the woman to be a ride or die, especially if you plan on being a ride or die them, because they're sticking with you and they're rolling with you and things are going good. For me, it's always been ups and downs in life, especially in my comedy career. Things when I'm with somebody, things are going great, and then things will go well, and then I'm in the slumps, and then same thing like comedy career, like I kind of lose motivation. Like, and then I meet someone else, and it goes up, and then it goes. It's like it's like a roller coaster. I mean, now things are going great, and I'm single. So this is the first time in my life. I think 30 is the magical number. So magical number. So I feel like this next one is
this
the one. This next one's going to be the one.
Mentality
I don't know if you ever see How I Met Your Mother, but this is I'm the black Ted Mosby. I'm keeping my.
So would you choose to struggle with a person you're dating in hopes of their come up?
In hopes?
Yeah.
Not if I truly.
If somebody was like, "Man, Jawan really onto something with this podcast," like,
no.
Well, wouldn't that make them like an opportunist?
Not Jawan.
Yeah.
Like, so that was just kidding. Oh, wow.
Just kidding.
That would really
I mean,
be
I
real
don't know.
love, or
I don't know if I'd say in hopes
Sorry.
of their come up, but if they
Yeah.
got potential, if they're like working and you see it, like, you know, they're on the game, then yeah.
If I can see
that has to be
your
a
vision,
plus.
if I can feel your vision, then
Yeah.
yes. But if I'm just doing it like,
That's
it's
true.
almost like gold digging in advance. You know?
Yeah,
See, like-
it is like you have to like them first, and then
Right.
their vision, that has to be a plus. That shouldn't be
Right.
the main thing, or the thing that
If it's something
you
I
have
can
to actually
support.
be feeling this person
Exactly.
too, in order for it not to be an opportunistic thing. Like,
And I would say too, like I couldn't just be down and out with somebody and rely on them.
Yeah.
Like I can't be with like Elaine, but I'm gonna wait if the gym, it takes off, her meal prep's gonna take off. I'm gonna count on that. So we're gonna
Right.
struggle now, and then when it take
Right.
off, nah. Or Chanel with music,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for Chanel pop. No, like I need to have something
We
going
gotta do this
myself.
together.
Right.
Exactly. Because if I'm just waiting for yours to pop, then that's when it's gonna go sour. 'Cause I'm like,
We gotta
damn,
hustle
what you
together.
doing? Like, why
Right.
ain't take off yet?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
You
then
know-
you're gonna resent that person, and they're gonna be like, "What?"
Right.
You know?
What I realized about myself and like this whole journey is that we can stress ourselves out thinking like, when I get this, and this is what my sister said too. When I get this, I'm gonna be happy. Like as soon as I make it here, I'm gonna be happy. Like I had to realize that right now I'm living in my purpose.
Yep.
You know, like right now
You gotta be
is
happy in the process.
Yeah, you
Enjoy
gotta
the moment.
have joy now. So I'm like, if I meet somebody, I have to ask myself. Like, it's cool that you have goals. I want you to have goals. I want us to take this somewhere. But I'm not going to rely on your goals. I'm going to see where you're at right now. And am I happy with that right now? And if I'm not, then then I can't invest in you because I'm gonna just sit with you and hope that something happens and wait for you to change. And sometimes it doesn't happen.
Right.
That's good.
See, that kind of makes me think about like the history of Ride or Die, and it makes me think about like the history of it. It almost seems like where a Ride or Die came from was like a guy was grinding, and the girl's supposed to ride out until he gets to his moment. Like, and that's why like I'm like now it's like I can't. We both have to be grinding for something. Like if we both should be riding for each other. It's not she's my Ride or Die.
When I think about Ride or Die, I think about Bonnie and Clyde. Both these motherfuckers were money hungry. Both these motherfuckers wanted to get rich. Okay, Clyde was like, this the plan. Bonnie was like, cool. You know what I mean? And that's what I think of. It's just like they both had a similar vision.
Can I say with Bonnie and Clyde, I've always hated how many references and songs that people have used Bonnie and Clyde that have, you know how many people have not actually seen Bonnie and Clyde?
I've never seen Bonnie and Clyde.
They know, like, no, everybody's like Bonnie and Clyde, but they've never seen the movie. There's mad couples with captions in Bonnie and Clyde, but they have no idea who played Bonnie, who played Clyde. Like, you've never seen it. You don't even know
I think of Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, fact.
A lot of people say Bonnie and Clyde, and they never. That's the first thing I think now when I see people, especially black people, say Bonnie and Clyde.
Funny.
They've never seen it.
You know who we should ask?
Our phone a friend.
Hey.
And Brandon was like, huh?
No.
Who should we ask?
Look at that transition. That is a quality transition right there.
In there, y'all. Smooth.
You know. I hope he answers.
He better answer.
Lil Lily, can I have some?
Yeah, you want your own?
You
Let me just
Pass the drink.
Welcome to the phone a
Ignore
friend
this
on the Ask a Guy podcast.
Cameraman. Here's your cup.
Thank you so much.
Wait as the phone rings as we ask a friend about this particular topic. Only on the Ask a Guy podcast. Man, got bronchitis.
That was a big hit, huh?
That was that gas.
My bad.
Turn down that loud.
I'm trying to pass that this way.
Hold on. What's up? You on the Ask a Guy podcast?
Yeah, what's good?
What's happening?
Can you introduce yourself to us? What do you do? Who are you? What's your sign? I don't know.
Oh, I got my sign. Damn. Okay.
You might as well drop your last four. Yeah.
I like
Hand me your bank account routing information.
Annual income.
No, what's going on? It's Terry Bluez. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Currently, I'm an educator, filmmaker, aspiring stand-up comedian, fellow podcaster, content creator, and storyteller.
Yes. Plug yourself,
Hey,
Terry.
shout out
that intro, cuz.
Shout out your podcast too. Let them know.
Oh, yo. So I got the new podcast dropping called For Colored Man. It's a space where men of color can come and be inspired, a safe space where we can talk about our feelings. Sorry, women. It's only for guys.
Yes.
Awesome.
King Prosper.
We got the audio podcast coming, and also the animated version to YouTube dropping next week. So be looking for that.
All right.
Awesome.
I say dropping next week, but I don't know when this is going to drop. So the first week of November.
There we go.
Wait, what's your name again?
Terry Bluez.
Yeah.
What's good, Terry?
You late as hell.
I didn't catch the name at first. When you said stand-up comedian, I had to ask.
Been on the phone for like 10 minutes.
Brandon's a comedian too. He's about to challenge you to a one-off. Tell me your best joke.
If I work with him,
Y'all remember that Yo Mama show? That
Yo Mama show.
Oh, my God. Play it on the playground.
True.
Damn.
Oh shit!
Are you still hitting the blunt?
Right? Are you smoking right now? Never mind. Don't.
Yeah, don't incriminate yourself. You're good.
Hey.
Don't expose your criminality. We've heard that before. Okay, so can you do us a favor and define Ride or Die?
Hold on a second. Let me put my headphones in.
Let me put his blood down.
What you go? Oh, he got an Android, y'all. Give him some time.
I
got jokes, y'all.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I told her earlier, I was like, yo, is it an actual phone call or y'all gonna like send me a link that I need to be by the computer? She's like, nah, it's gonna be a phone call. I was like, hey, you know I got Android now. But
your videos are
my bad.
Can you define Ride or Die?
Yeah, okay, so to me, like ride or die, and that don't mean in like a criminal state. Like if you live in a criminal lifestyle, then yeah, you want somebody that ain't gonna snitch on you. But to me, that just means somebody who's gonna hold you down. Like, you know what I mean? Regardless, like, even if you wrong in public, they gonna ride with you when you wrong in public, but in private, be like, yo, nigga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna, even when you know what I'm saying, you at your low, they gonna be with you to pick you up. Like, yo, what do we need to do to get shit popping? You know what I mean? To me, that's what ride or die is.
Yes, pick you
like
up
it.
when you down. That's
Amen.
key.
Yeah, because there's some chicks that'll be like, oh, you fall off, they out. You know what I mean?
Right. So would you let your girl borrow money?
Yeah. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? And I may have more of an old-fashioned traditionalist view on this, but like, I still think, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm all for the independence of women. If she got her own, I'm with it.
Right.
But you know what I mean? I still feel like, you know, the man is provider and protector. So, you know what I mean? If I got it, I'm going to do, you know what I mean? I'm going to give it to you. What's mine is yours.
Right. Real man.
And you know what I'm saying? As long as it's like, we building towards something.
Right.
Absolutely. I agree. Let me ask you this. Would you be a rider, like, so they asked me a lot about riding for a chick, right? And being a ride or die for a woman. What does that mean to you to be a ride or die for your woman?
Yo, so like, people talk about like some men have this insecurity of like not wanting their woman to shine. And for me, it's like, yo, why am I going to block you, what you got going on? Because if you winning, we both winning.
Okay.
So for me, riding for my woman is like,
calm down.
yo, what do you want to do? What you got going on?
Right.
Like, I'm building my shit, but anything you need to help build your shit, and I'm gonna be like, if you got some, I'm gonna be there right behind you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the ego to say like, nah, you doing too much.
Right. Let me ask you this,
know
though.
what I mean?
What if she's like broke, like completely broke, been broke, comfortable being broke? Are you gonna ride, like, you know, be a ride or die for her? Like, what's your limit?
So my thing is like, there's a difference in like broke and being on the come up. I think it's like, why, right? Because like I'm not gonna front with you right now. I'm broke as a motherfucker. Like, I just now got a good stable job with benefits and shit.
Amen.
Like,
Right on.
over the past 5 years, I got out the army and I was going back to school, working odd jobs, hustling on this. You know what I mean? Trying to like fit in school, get my shit together, and you know what I mean? I ain't really got it to give like that, but I'm also working towards something, right? I'm not just, fuck it, I'm go work at, ain't nothing wrong with working at UPS. I got an uncle that work at UPS.
We all do. We all do.
Just doing part-time, and some people were cool with that. Like, I'm just going to work a little job, earn enough to make enough to eat for the day, live at home with my mom and them, and like be cool with that. That I'm not cool with. Like, you can't be no bum.
Yeah.
But if you had some stipulations, like I was divorced, or I had to bounce back from that shit. Like, if you got some stipulations where you bouncing back and you low, I'm gonna help pick you up. But if you just cool with being there, then we can't vibe because we can't build nothing together.
Right.
Well, can I ask you a question? Are you familiar with the couple T.I. and Tiny?
Yeah.
Now, how that relationship started, T.I., Tiny had all the money when they first met. Like, he met her back in '99, and she was not the cutest girl on the block, but she wrote No Scrubs, and even TLC didn't make no money off that. So she had bank. T.I. was just selling dime bags at the time. So he married the girl he used to borrow money from. Now T.I. went on to become and make all this money, and Tiny still stayed and was a ride or die that whole time. In my opinion, do you feel like that is a ride or die situation or relationship?
100%. And it's T.I.
Oh, yeah.
And T.I. still cheat. So, but he
no, he does not. I don't know if you know it's not Brandon, but black men do not cheat. We do not cheat.
The black men don't cheat.
And y'all can't slander T.I. in my presence. I'll never.
We do not cheat. We out here, baby.
T.I.
He knows the sunshine is scary.
No, black men don't cheat. But T.I. is like Costa Rican or something.
telling you.
He's part Cherokee. He's not. So that don't count. That don't count. He gets some mulligans.
He multiracial.
He's multiracial, so you get chances, but he's not from Wakanda.
No, but you asked, is that a ride or die situation? Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. But
Most
who's the
definitely,
ride or die? Who's the ride or die in that situation though? Would it be T.I. or would it be Tiny? Because
Ooh, that's a good one. You know what? And this isn't politically correct.
Okay.
I'm gonna say both, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I was gonna say that too.
Because she was a rider in the beginning, to where she seen his potential, and she was like, "Oh, I could work with that." And like you said, she ain't the cutest, but she was with him, and that's why I say both, because when he blew up, he didn't leave her.
no, he took care of her, and he
He was like, I don't care what y'all say. This my baby, and she been holding me down.
I know.
So that's why I say both. Like in the beginning, her.
Yeah, 'cause it flipped. It flipped, right?
As the tables turned, I say him.
Yeah, because it flipped. The tables turned, right? Because the tables turned throughout that relationship.
They made some beautiful kids.
They made some beautiful kids.
Too many kids.
Too many kids. Too many kids.
More complicated ass
Tiny
man.
didn't make them kids. Tiny carried them for about 9 months. She
Let
gets
me
credit for
get
that. But
married to a nigga like T.I. You can
I mean, they do share DNA.
she didn't.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like you got cute kids with ugly parents.
Oh, yeah.
all day.
Them ones be coming out. It'll be them cute parents that don't be producing.
Hey Terry, I got one.
Yeah, some of those cute mixed chicks got really fat white mamas.
Yo, Jesus, Terry.
Oh, Terry, what are you doing, Terry?
No,
Don't call out the Midwest mamas now.
Terry, no, we keep it.
Look, Terry ain't from here.
A lot of they mamas look like Tiny out in the streets. A lot of these listeners' mamas be looking like all these.
All right, y'all not gonna slay
Y'all better stop talking about these mamas out here.
I'm at the mamas.
Y'all ever see that video with the fireworks and the dude's in the wheelchair and like he can't get out? He's like, Terry, what are you doing, Terry? That's me right now, Terry. Man.
All right, we got one last question for you. Did you buy your Black Men Don't Cheat shirt?
Oh no, I haven't. I need to get on that. I need to get on my merch game.
Yeah.
I need to get on my merch game.
All right, do you have any final thoughts for us?
Yeah, here's the thing, man. I want to let y'all know, and I'm gonna get on my soapbox for a little bit right now.
Oh, shit.
There is a disparity, I feel, between black men and black women that we need to remedy.
Okay.
And I said this the other day in a radio interview. Like we've been historically, we've been historically conditioned to sort of hate or feel like we don't need each other. Because through slavery, the black man being emasculated in front of his family, to the reduction in jobs, court systems, the way government assistance is set up to sort of separate us, and it's conditioned to this black women, I gotta be independent, and black men ain't shit and they can't do nothing for me. Like both of us, right? Like from our side, we feel like, and then from y'all side, y'all feel like these niggas ain't shit, and we feel like, oh, y'all just want to be too independent for yourselves. Hey, we open and understand that these things have happened to us. Now, how do we fix those?
Okay.
Right? Coming together and saying like, yo, we've both been hurt. Let's heal each other.
Yes,
so I want to leave on that positive note, man. Like, we need to
I love it.
Let's figure out a way to work. Like, how can we work? That's a great question that's not commonly asked. Like, it's always like pointing fingers, like you ain't shit, no, man ain't shit.
Right.
How can we fix this?
Right. That was beautiful.
For sure.
Man, I'm all about solutions. Yeah. I get deep.
It's blunt.
Hey Terry,
we hear you.
Hey Terry, make sure you shout out where they can find you. Shout out your social media. Plug your podcast again, man, for sure.
All right, so follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Terry Bluez, Terry Bluez 254, Facebook Terry Bluez, YouTube Terry Bluez 2. I'm about to launch my website again, terrybluez.com. That's where you'll find all my content, my movies, trailers, stand-up bits, cartoons,
all that.
all that. So yeah. Fucks with me.
Hey,
Now,
Terry,
if I follow
check your Instagram. I'm following you right now.
If I follow you,
my name is Brandon, by the way, Brandon Riddley. I run a comedy club out here, Baddies Comedy Club. So if you want to come out here, rock with us. Hey, I'm about this networking shit.
It's funny. I'm in Rochester. I just left Goonies.
Rochester, goddamn. What's out there? Ain't nothing out there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
No. They have
I was about to say something, but I don't want to discriminate against listeners. But
No. Just go ahead.
Say something.
I just followed you just now, so.
But yeah, no, I just left. I just left Goonies Comedy Club. I was doing the open mic tonight, and a cat. There's an African cat was telling me about your spot. It's like, yo, you ever go up here? It's like, nah, but I've been meaning to. So yeah.
We out here. Word spreads.
Lincoln Build Kings.
But please follow me back, please.
Yeah, we're gonna follow you. Follow us back.
I've been following the podcast. Chanel. My bad. On the movie set, and we had that party. I was like, yo. The conversation was so dope. I was like, yo, she told me she had a podcast. I was like, yo, I gotta get on.
Yeah.
I gotta get on. I've been following y'all since. So
Appreciate it.
Terry moved up here from Texas and moved to Rochester. And I said, why did you do that?
Oh, you're the Rochester.
And so
of all
I've been trying to invite him to black people stuff, but Rochester's far.
That's an hour drive.
Yeah, I know. I'm living a very white life right now.
Man.
Living his white life.
Getting some Reggie out
I'm
there.
gonna try to make it out to that poetry reading. The joint. I've been seeing y'all promote that.
Oh,
I'm
the
trying to
black
make it
movie
out to
night? I mean, a black game night?
Yeah.
Okay, dope. And then we'll invite you to all of our live podcasts coming up. We got one in February, too. And then, we got something else. I'm going to just hit you up because we got other things.
We building king.
Right.
Yes. Thank you.
You gonna
for
ride with
being
us
a
or not?
friend. Travel down the road
And back again.
Your heart is true.
Your friend and a confidant.
Only the real know.
Terry's like, man, what the
All
fuck?
right, great, Terry. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all letting me on.
All right, for sure.
Mm.
That was awesome.
Can we?
That was great solutions. That is something that's not
We gotta
common.
bring him back. We gotta bring him back.
Yeah, shout out
was
to Terry.
good.
That was good. That was great.
I feel like we didn't. I feel like that was really enlightening. It made me think about like the opposite end. You brought up like the T.I. and Tiny stuff, and I was just like, damn, like some niggas do be glowing up and be like, man, fuck this bitch, I'm out here.
And when you get on, either your
But
ass or a
talking
white
about
girl.
that, then have y'all ever like left somebody and regretted it afterwards? Have they glowed up?
No, they left me.
Oh,
No, I'm joking.
Really?
No, I've seen some glow. I know exactly what you're talking about though.
I know people have
I feel like-
Yeah.
and regretted it.
I think that's
Ooh, talk that shit.
Hey.
My ex, I can say this
Talk
really because
about
my
it,
ex and I are
queen.
now friends. But at the time, I was secretary of the Black Student Union. I had my own place. I had just lost my car, making $8.75 an hour, and I'm taking care of all my bills. Right? This motherfucker talking about, I don't want to get a job. I got to focus on school. You focusing on school, but you still failing. This motherfucker lived with me, ate my food, and had the audacity to cheat on me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's fine.
The
I was too
nerve.
insecure to
The
leave.
nerves, yes.
I got my confidence, learned how to love myself
Yes.
and bounce.
Okay.
Hello?
About a year and a half. Listen, message.
Yes,
a year and a
message.
half later, he gonna text me like, "Yo, Jen, listen, I am
see you.
so sorry. Listen, I'm out here living this adult life,
I bet.
and I don't understand how you paid rent, a nigga phone bill, fed a nigga, and a cable
Damn.
bill. How the fuck you do that?" I'm like, nigga,
Because I loved you.
No, literally though, and it was just like these niggas don't understand. So I have never left anybody. Everybody leaves me, and they always regret it. I've only had one boyfriend, but that's besides the point. They always leave me, and I always glow. So that's my message.
That's
of
a
the day.
good point because
like
when I left my situation, he came back looking like, damn. I was like, man, you glowing dreads on. Woo, you look good. He was.
Don't you back that
He
ass
started
up,
working
son.
with kids, like all this stuff. But like, I would just say, don't let that fool you.
Looks can be deceiving.
Don't think that's an opportunity to come back around because you look good. You look like you've been doing better because it's
Honey,
really
no.
about your soul,
Inside.
your spirit,
Where you're at
your
spiritually,
mental. Because you can glow up temporarily, and like money doesn't
You can
cover
blow up
up
on social media quick.
yeah, money doesn't cover up who you are as a person. So like me, I feel like I glowed up because like Jan said, when you do the internal work, when you start saving this money, you get financially stable, you start glowing, then talk to me.
Yeah.
Then see what's up.
Because if you're still battling your demons,
Yeah,
That's so
you still the
true.
same
That's
you
so
with a
true.
better mask on.
right, exactly.
That's so true. I can say I don't think I've regretted it, but I've looked at people that I've talked to or that, you know, I dated in the past, and I'm like, dang, like, you doing good for yourself. We could have been living a nice little life. But at the same time, I'm like,
all the time.
I do. I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow, look at all that money you have. But it's also, I'm
Yeah.
like, I know where I'm going. I know who
Yeah.
I am. I know what I'm meant to be and like what I'm meant to deal with. So I'm like, I'm not really missing nothing. I'm gonna get there.
Right.
So I can't say I've regretted it, but I'm like, dang, that would have been nice 5 years ago, bro. Where you was at?
We could have used that.
Right.
But I'm the real catch, so we're good.
Facts. Listen,
Talk
like he said,
about
I'm
it,
a
queen.
unicorn. Don't know.
Baby, yes.
I like that word. We just taking words from the side.
Spread nothing but positivity
always
to-
using
to
us,
this-
ain't they, Brandon?
Y'all got
Y'all ever left a bitch and then
It's good luck.
bitch.
It's good luck by just
a female.
Yeah.
Y'all ever left a lady or been dumped and then been
No.
hurt by her glow up after?
I don't have
Let's
any
be real.
exes, so
Because the women are always the one who glow up, right?
no.
I'm good luck Chuck. They all blow up.
Did you not hear what I said?
Did you not hear my story and my allegory? No. I some girls that I definitely took for granted, but that was more so me in my younger years, when you first start dating in relationships, whether it's like in high school or early college and all stuff, your maturity level isn't where it's peak level, or you haven't reached your full potential in that. And I feel like your 20s are like a learning experience. And so, but yeah, there are women that definitely didn't really. But again, I was like a virgin until like I was like 18, 19. And then I did some girls dirty, and then I met like a wizard, like, you'll be cursed, whatever. And then that's when everything.
Oh,
no, I'm joking.
Oh, that was the plot of the movie.
No, that was, but no, but that did happen. I did do something, and I felt like I kept having bad luck, and I said catch feelings and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't have any exes, so no. That hasn't yet to
just a
happen to
hoe.
me.
He's still looking for his whole.
He's a hoe.
Wow.
You're 23, man. You got
Got a lot of time to
wait.
do.
You got that
You got
wisdom?
time to grow. You can
Brandon,
still
you got that wisdom for us being 30?
Yeah.
To spread the...
You 23, son.
That you young Thundercat.
She said that like I was Bill Russell
Right.
or something. Like, God damn. Tell us what segregation was like, Brandon.
Hey,
Was
Brandon.
the colors only water delicious?
What was it like drinking at two different drinking fountains?
Cannot.
Oh, man.
Yeah, y'all got closing thoughts?
Thoughts. Okay, thoughts.
Wow.
Thoughts. Sorry.
My thing is, don't put yourself on a pedestal. Don't put yourself. I mean, you can definitely tell when you're elevated above someone, but don't put yourself on a pedestal. Realize that everybody has demons and that everybody needs help to get to where they're going. Nobody on this earth has been successful without help. So, I mean, sometimes you may have to be that ride or die for that person. You know what I mean? And it may be fruitful in your favor. You know, don't be an opportunist, but at the same time, like, hold people down that need to be held down if you believe in their vision. So that's all Jen Delta Ray has to say.
That's good.
I will say, hold it down for each other if you feel, and make sure there's communication between the two, so you both know what you want out of this relationship. If you're in it for the long haul, like Terry said, solutions. Make sure at least y'all try to come up with solutions. Find you a unicorn. Don't do a girl dirty, because then you can be cursed. If you're young in your 20s and you're still making these mistakes, it's fine. It's fine. Even though you feel like you're grown and mature and all and stuff now. Let me tell you young people something now.
Yeah.
But now and at that time, at that age, I felt that way too. Felt like I seen it all, done it all, understood it all. But the growing is not done. Even at 30 now, it's not done. It's not over. There's still more lessons to be learned, and so make sure you are honest as you can be with your intentions. Don't be a womanizer, and
Juwan.
don't live with regrets either. Don't live with regrets either, because that will eat you up. No, don't worry. You will.
I'm not even a womanizer. I'm being deformation of character, 100%.
No, I hate how I coincide that, because the unicorn said, Juwan, don't be ashamed to be a womanizer, my brother.
I know.
Sorry, I believed her.
Start using that in my intro.
Yeah.
That's how.
This is Jen Delta, the unicorn.
She said Jeremiah Tree. Like, Juwan, they need to come to an end, my brother. You headed down the wrong path. Now you treat these black queens with respect, and her edges must be worshipped.
Jesus, the edges. Man.
But yeah.
That is funny.
My closing thoughts are, it's okay to be a ride or die, to hold people down, but if they're broke, like, don't. I'm gonna go back to this point.
That's his biggest message.
Yeah, listen. If they're broke, no, somebody can be broke, and you can hold them down and ride for them, but don't let them be broke. If they're comfortable being broke, don't hold them down. I know it's like a hard thing to be like, damn, but I see so much potential in somebody. But you have to realize there's so many different ways we can be making money out here. And if they have no motivation, they're just comfortable living how they live, don't hold them down. They don't deserve it.
Don't try to. If you're broke, don't try to. Because I had to learn, like, I shouldn't be dating right now. Like, let me try and work on get my shit together at least. Like, when I lose a job, I like, hey, because I've lost a couple jobs before. I was like, let me just not even try and slide in any of these DMs right now until I find another
your
job.
limits.
Let me bring something to the table. And let me, let me not come in and ain't shit. Nigga, like, at least try. At least try. So yeah, and it goes for both sides. Either like just try to work on you before you try and enter. Don't try and date just for the sake of dating because you don't know how to be alone.
That's good.
I know it's not easy. Some people don't know how to be alone. So
I was.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Jinx.
We were both about to start with I would say.
Damn, I sound
We've
wild.
been
We're the
together too
corniest
long.
people.
I would say.
Go ahead. You first.
Don't date potential. Do not date potential.
But
Does that make sense?
Yeah, date reality.
Are you questioning me?
No,
Are you questioning me? Are you questioning me?
I'm not questioning these
Sassy,
queens.
y'all.
Oh, I thought every time I was saying.
No.
I thought it was like.
I had to think about it. Like, don't date potential. Like, what if I'm working on? Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying don't date potential. Don't be like, oh, he's gonna be this one day. Like, what is he doing right
Amen.
motherfucking
Okay. I
now?
remember
Is what I'm
we
saying.
talked about.
And then the other thing
Opportunist.
that I was gonna say was I forgot.
It'll come back to you.
It'll
Give us
come
time.
back.
Off of that, though, I would say that all good things don't come pre-made. Like tables start as trees. It takes work to put things together.
Oh, wow.
So
You see
don't,
that gem is there right there?
don't just
catch this
assume
on my Twitter
that
feed
your
tonight.
man is gonna come like that, ready put together. That your woman's gonna come ready put together. Everybody takes work. We're not all here.
Get
perfect.
you and Aaliyah.
Right. Wow.
Hey now.
Where's my phone? I need to tweet.
Oh,
I
I
had to make
remember
sure
what
I
I was
give
gonna
everybody
say.
I be having these tweetables. I should tweet them myself.
You need to tweet.
I had to make sure I give everybody like just a fire compliment, like unicorn, get you and Aaliyah, and all that shit.
And then
I'm working on
okay.
He's working at Chanel. We're about to
Okay.
close this motherfucker out in about
Every
2
time I
minutes.
I thought you mad
Get you
queens
and
and
Aaliyah,
goddesses
right.
all throughout this shit.
Wipeable.
But you know what? Okay, what I was gonna say, what I'm learning, because I've been feeling like, oh, you got to be ready. You got to put yourself in a position to be ready, and he got to be ready. It's kind of like I'm in a position where I'm looking for life partners, whether that's in my friendships or romantic relationships. So I guess what I learned is like if you're able to build with me or add value to me on this journey, and we're able to see progress together, that's what matters. Not like your money or this or that. Eventually, I want you to provide for me, but as long as the intention and the action is behind it, that's what matters.
Chanel's a keeper.
Go ahead.
Chanel is a keeper.
Thank you.
He's trying to sneak his
I didn't
comment
say it
out.
loud. She looked at me like, say it again louder. So.
I'm gonna say too before we get out that one of my last thoughts is all you gold digging motherfuckers out there that are just holding somebody down because you think they're gonna be rich.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Opportunist.
Yeah.
we're watching you.
Yeah.
we're woke.
We can see
woke.
that.
We
can see
stay
right through
woke.
that.
Yeah.
We see through
We
it
ain't getting
all.
Vic like we used to no more. This is in the internet era. We know your tricks. We know your ways.
All right, y'all.
Y'all be spilling your tricks online sometimes.
Yeah,
These
we
memes.
I'm like, let's finish with Brandon's rants. Like, fade out.
Fade out. Those memes about like